Every day we're going to have a book of the day, and today's book of the day is called The Great Departure. It's about emigration, not immigration with an E. And what this is talking about is the issues of leaving Europe to come to the United States. And I got this in the Statue of Liberty National Park, and I'm just going to read one passage, which is interesting. Previously, when the European emigrant landed on American soil, he was immediately surrounded by a crowd of so-called runners, who determined his nationality with a single glance, greeted him in his native language, and immediately seized his luggage. The newcomer, generally unable to speak English, would go along with this so-called friend, who would immediately lead him to a boarding house of the lowest quality, together with the hotel owner, who would charge him exorbitant prices for lodging and food. He would then proceed to swindle, cheat, and rob him in the most shameless manner. When the emigrant ran out of money, he was unceremoniously thrown out onto the street. And this book is good because it talks about issues in an objective manner. We all know that there were millions of people coming to the United States, but there was another side to this where they were not actually allowing them to leave. So there were rules in many countries that you needed an exit visa. And we're talking in the late 19th century, like 1880 to 1910 type of period. And this was before World War I, of course. During this period, there was a big debate and conflict if these immigrants from Austria, for example, were actually being treated properly in the United States, and Austrian authorities would send people to the United States and set up these boarding houses in order to care about their own citizens, and then they, of course, became centers of corruption and vice. So the Great Immigration, the Great Departure, it's not really a black and white picture. It's not really a rosy picture as many of us have in the back of our minds. So this is an amazing book. If you want to pick it up, there's going to be a link in the description. We appreciate it, and we want people to read more. Reading is good for your mind. It's good for your soul. It's not only about the information. It puts you in a relaxed state. It's better to read physical books than on a tablet. Any physical book, you can print a book. Kindle is kind of the next best thing, but physical books, you can get them for just pennies on the dollar in used bookstores, which you can find books like this. But if you want, of course, a particular book, get it on Amazon. But in any case, reading is an amazing activity for you and your family. So this is The Great Departure. We wish you good reading today.